Hi, I'm Judith Albertelli, and I'm up here in Washington, D.C. with CPAC. And I'm spending some time this afternoon with Adrian Herrera, and he's with Arctic Power. And so, Adrian, would you tell us a little bit about what Arctic Power is?
Arctic Power is a grassroots, citizens-based organization from the state of Alaska, and we are the only organization in America that is solely dedicated towards the opening of the 1002 area, the coastal plain of ANWR, for responsible oil and gas development.
How extensive is the area of oil exploration and development in ANWR?
ANWR represents the best chance on the North American continent to find a large oil and natural gas deposit or reservoir. If you looked at any place in the North American continent, the best chance you could have to find oil and gas would be in the coastal plain of ANWR. That is a geological fact. This is why ANWR is so important, and this is why the nation as a whole, in dealing with its energy problem and energy crisis situation, needs to look at ANWR as a serious choice for the homegrown production of energy in America.
Adrian, how would you answer charges that any oil development or oil exploration in ANWR would be destructive to the environment and, in fact, devastating to the wildlife indigenous to the area?
Yes, this is the main concern about the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge and the 1002 area. First of all, you have to understand that oil development in Alaska has taken place for over 30 years. The largest oil field in North America lies less than 50 miles from the 1002 area of ANWR. For 30 years, we have produced oil and gas successfully with almost no harm to the environment. The main concern with the 1002 area of ANWR is the porcupine caribou herd, which migrates through the area annually. The central caribou herd in the Prudhoe Bay area, not 50 miles away, is used as an argument for the successful melding of development of natural resources and care for the environment. In 1973, when production was just in its nascence in Prudhoe Bay, there was about 5,000 caribou in the Prudhoe Bay area. Today, there are over 32,000 caribou. That's a huge increase, and these caribou migrate through the largest industrial site in North America, the largest oil field in North America. In the 1002 area of ANWR, by contrast, you had the porcupine caribou herd, which migrates through and was about 197,000 animals about 10 years ago, and today is about 123,000. This herd has no contact whatsoever with the industry. And it shows that the fluctuation of the herd size, the caribou, which is sort of the central focus of controversy, is a natural occurrence. And it also shows, because of the Prudhoe Bay experience, that industry can exist and the caribou can exist together, and you can have an increase in population, that the caribou are not harmed by development of the oil industry. I should mention that not one animal has, in the caribou herd in Prudhoe Bay, has ever been harmed or killed by the oil industry. And that's over 30 years of history.
In conclusion, Adrian, what would you like to tell people? What reasons would you give them? What would you like them to know when they're making the decision of whether to support oil exploration in ANWR?
Yes. Well, with ANWR, you have a situation where the area in question is the northern section of ANWR. It's the 1002 area. That's the name of the section of the bill that created this land area. It represents about 8% of the total Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. The other 92% is off limits to any development of any kind. So we're only talking about the northern 8% of ANWR itself. Within this 8%, only 2,000 acres of land, maximum complete total footprint, can be used for any development. From these 2,000 acres, you will get approximately 1 million barrels of oil a day. That's 1 million barrels less that we have to import from abroad. At $90 a barrel, you do the math and see how many millions of dollars America will save on a daily basis from opening up ANWR. This is from an area the size of a normal regional airport in America. Take, for example, Dulles Airport here in Washington, D.C. has a larger footprint than 2,000 acres. So from this one tiny, tiny area of land, far removed from any other city, over 800 miles away from the nearest city, you can get enough oil and gas to alleviate America from importing oil from very troubled regions of the world, saving money in that the money we spend on oil production stays in America. The oil itself helps our economy. And you get a situation where you have a national security benefit, you have an economic benefit, and you also have a jobs and a social benefit for the people of Alaska and the people of America. Oil development in Alaska has spent over $50 billion in America since its inception. ANWR will only increase that amount. That's billions of dollars every year in federal royalties, in state royalties, and in hard jobs across America in every single state in the nation. In a recent survey, over 75% of the state's population supported the responsible development of the 1002 area of ANWR. The state legislature every single year for the past 12 years has unanimously voted in support of the development of the 1002 area of ANWR. The native population that lives in ANWR, in Kaktovik, the only settlement within ANWR itself, overwhelmingly support this issue, as does the regional government of the Arctic Slope Regional Corporation and the Arctic Slope Borough. Both support the 1002 area development. The Alaska Federation of Natives, which represents all native groups in Alaska, and it is the Alaskan Native Body Governing Organization, including the Gwich'in Indian, who are members of this, supports the 1002 area development. So overwhelmingly, Alaskans, Alaskan natives, and the Alaskan government supports this issue.
Well, thank you so much for taking this time. This was wonderful information, a lot for people to think about, and I think I've learned a lot today. Thank you so much.